Well, welcome to Combat Patrol issue 57. This is the part 1 of 2 for the Cthonian Beserks. Please like and subscribe. I'll continue to do these videos as I receive my issues. So let's have a look inside. So issue 57, this one comes as part 1 of 2 of the Cthonian Berserk models. This is the first 2 sort of half-size sprues. I think there's another sprue coming now, and then we should get the bases. You can see there you've got the power weapons, which are the axes and the mauls. There's 2 different build options. These are the, as it would be in the box if you receive the box. We'll have to have a look inside. Anyway, the cost of 2 issues is going to be around about 20 quid, so it's issue 57 now. I say 1 of 2. You're going to need both issues to be able to complete them, but 20 quid. Warhammer, they're £40 on selling there, and third party's doing it for about £32. So yeah, it's good value, saving over £10. The build options then, so yeah, it's got their multiple heads, so they can look a little bit variant. These aren't push fit, so these are glued together. Scanning through multiple heads. It isn't saying anything on here about doing the builds with the mauls. Then this is just the power axes then. Yeah, I think if you look online and you try and get a set of instructions, you're going to get some more build options. You're going to get the more build option. So it goes back into a bit more of the background of the Leagues of Rotan. And then we're going to move on to a brief outlay of transports then. So I do like that little cutaway diagram of the Land Raider there. It's quite nice. We used to see a lot of this in the older books, so yeah, it is nice to see that. Going now through some different sort of faction heavier vehicles, and then it's gone on to the light vehicles here, which is going to be your bikes and your sort of your jet bikes and your little sort of skimmers and things like that. Yeah, jet bikes and skimmers, yeah. And then we've got our little standard sort of build, paint, play sort of checklist for people if they're carrying along with a hobby focus. And then we've got the data sheet, which is the Combat Patrol version. So I'll have a quick look here. Yeah, you can see there you've just got the mole grenade launcher and the axe and the double-handed going on to a campaign. This is the Orcs versus the Tyranids. And then we've got we've got the faction abilities now, which is when we come into the end of the sort of collection for each faction. It does give the faction abilities, the stratagems, the secondary objectives for that particular faction within the Combat Patrol version. It is important, this is Combat Patrol magazine, so it is the Combat Patrol version of each faction. So you're not going to get the full stratagems and secondary objectives and after, which is specific for that faction. So yeah, this is what makes up the Combat Patrol version of the game. Going through all these now. Yeah, these are just rounding off now, as we saw with Space Marines, Tyranids, Chaos Marines, Aldari, Orcs. They've all had their stratagems, secondary objectives, and sort of faction abilities. And then looking forward there on the back page, it looks like we've got Astra Militarian coming and the Gene Stealer cults. And I think we're going to get two new sort of those cardboard fold-out playmats as well coming over the next few issues. Keen to get these. I am Astra Militarium collector as well. And then looking forward then to the next issue is going to be the second part of the Cthonian Beserks, and then we've got an Orc buggy, which my son will be chuffed with. So yeah, that's the end of this issue, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try and get the next video up ASAP. Thanks then.